The scent of roses, the flutter of silk gowns, and the sound of wedding bells. Everything was perfect. Except the groom never showed. Clara Duval stood in the heart of St. Catherine's Chapel, numb in her white lace gown, bouquet trembling in her grip. Her best friend Lila was nowhere to be found either. When the whispers began, when the pity-filled glances grew louder than the choir, Clara knew something had gone terribly wrong. A single text shattered her world. "I'm sorry. I'm with Lila now. Please, understand. Jacob." Clara didn't scream. She didn't cry. She walked out of the chapel, left the bouquet on the altar, and disappeared from her old life without a word. 5 years later, Clara was no longer the soft-spoken florist from Charleston. She was the founder of Rose Black, an eco-luxury cosmetics empire making waves in the beauty industry. Her skin glowed, her posture spoke power, and her eyes hid stories she never told. New York had shaped her. Pain had sharpened her. She had everything, except closure. One morning, an invitation came across her assistant's desk. A business summit. Location, Charleston. Keynote speaker, Jacob Hale. Clara's lips curled into the ghost of a smile. Fate had finally played its hand. Clara returned to Charleston, under the name Clara Vaughn. Her beauty was striking, but unrecognizable. Her confidence made people curious, but no one knew who she really was. On the summit's opening night, she walked into the grand ballroom in a crimson satin dress, her hair in elegant waves. Her eyes locked with Jacob's, and to her delight, he didn't recognize her, but someone else did. "You must be new to Charleston," a man said behind her. Tall, dark-haired, with kind blue eyes. "I'm Daniel. Daniel Hale." Her breath hitched. Jacob's younger brother. The boy who used to run around barefoot with a camera, now a full-grown man with an air of gentle strength. She smiled. Clara Vaughn. Daniel was everything Jacob wasn't. Attentive, thoughtful, soft-spoken. He worked with nonprofits, using his architecture degree to rebuild storm-damaged homes. He wasn't flashy. He didn't chase power, and he had no idea what his brother had done. Clara told herself he was a means to an end. Getting close to him would make Jacob uncomfortable. She would learn secrets. She would expose Jacob's business scandals and destroy him publicly, just before the Hale empire merged with an international firm. But Daniel made her laugh. He asked about her passions. He listened. And when he looked at her, Clara felt like she hadn't been invisible for years. Their connection deepened over wine and late-night walks. Daniel showed her parts of Charleston she'd forgotten. He confessed that his family was fractured, that he barely spoke to Jacob anymore. One night, Clara found herself in Daniel's arms beneath the magnolia trees. He kissed her with reverence, and she didn't pull away. Her heart screamed warnings, but her lips betrayed her. For a moment, she forgot revenge. Jacob noticed. Clara saw the suspicion in his eyes. Then came the fundraiser gala. Clara wore a black velvet gown, her hair in a chignon. Jacob approached her with narrowed eyes. "Do I know you?" he asked. Clara leaned in. "You did, once, but you forgot me, just like you forgot your conscience." His face paled. The next day, an anonymous expose hit the news. Financial fraud, supplier scandals, and backdoor deals tied to Jacob's company. The merger crumbled. The Hales were disgraced. Daniel showed up at Clara's hotel. "It was you, wasn't it?" he asked, eyes full of betrayal. Clara hesitated, then whispered, "He left me. At the altar. For Lila." "You didn't know?" Daniel stepped back. "No, but I do now," he left without another word. Weeks passed. Clara's victory felt hollow. Rose Black thrived, but her heart withered. She remembered Daniel's touch, his quiet strength, the way he made her feel seen. She sent him a letter. Just one. I came to destroy your brother, but I never meant to fall in love with you. I understand if you can't forgive me, but I'll always remember what it felt like to be loved by you. Spring came. Clara opened a new Rose Black branch in Charleston. It was symbolic, a way to face her past and start anew. One morning, she found a note tucked into the store's mailbox. No envelope, just handwriting she'd never forget. Meet me where you first told me your real name. D. Her heart raced. She went to the old bookstore by the harbor, the place she'd confessed everything. Daniel stood there wearing the same soft smile. I hated you for lying, he said, but I hated myself more for not knowing what Jacob did. You broke me, but you also showed me how much I still care. Clara stepped forward. So what now? He took her hand. Now, we write a new story. One with truth. One with us. They didn't rush. They rebuilt slowly, with honesty, with late-night talks, with tearful apologies and real laughter. Clara never forgot her vow of silence. But with Daniel, she learned to speak again. Not in anger, not for revenge, but for love. And in that garden of forgiveness, something beautiful bloomed.